I'm gonna make a video because I don't have anything better to do. Hold on. Just in case. So we see a push to find a bit more land. And I'd say now they probably have, green probably has 100, blue probably I'd say 500, purple maybe 50, and yellow maybe 70. Red has, I would say, 1,000. And in an attempt to try and cut them off, the red team expands so that they can try and cut off the blue team, which doesn't really work because the green team gets this and the blue team gets this, so it's working at a small rate, just slow, a very, very small, slow rate. No. Anyway, I'm a triangle. Triangle. Anyways, we see a bit more invading. I mean, not invading, exploring from the yellows and the blues. And they begin finding like more of modern day Saudi Arabia. The red team begins taking the land. So now all of the land down here that has been found is all for them. And they decide to swoop up and take all here to see if they can cut off the yellow team, which doesn't work. Now they're just a big blob. And the blue team decides to make a bit more of an exit, which sort of works, but there's an issue with the red team. Uh-oh. Yeah, getting too big too quickly can have its downsides. Like, there's like a little breakaway over here. A little breakaway down here. One here, also I'm just choosing the colours randomly. And finally, one down here. Oh, and also taking this. But the red team, still having the stronger military, well, not really a military, but the stronger people decide to try and invade some of them. The brown team just gets turned into a broken Chile. The orange and the lime teams get pushed back at about the same rate. And decide to unite with their neighbours. They unite with them, and they unite with the purple rule. Now they begin invading in, but they realise something. Blue peoples are over here, trying to protect them. So what do? That's right, they go after the the brown team. So now the brown team has fallen. So that's the first team the first team that hasn't really came back, that's been wiped off the map, that didn't unionize and wasn't here for like a month. Well, I guess they weren't here for a month. They were here for like a week. Anyways, while all of that was happening, the yellow team was going up the coast, and they have now found like a tiny bit of modern day Iran. I think that's Iran. Does it rain in Iran? And we also saw the green team doing the same. They have managed to get up to like the finner bits of the Suez, and they take all the land up to there, and the yellow team just takes this land, not too much, not too little. So the last thing that happens for now is the blue team exploring the rest of over here and then taking this land. We see another revolt, and it happens with here. And now the red team has an exclave. That's right, the first exclave of the series! And it's only episode 2. Anyways, the red team realizes they need to get a bit more land, which they shouldn't, but they do anyways. Also, I don't script these out, so they begin exploring, and take all of up here, and begin cutting across to take over here. And from over here, we see the exploration areas connect up to each other. So now there's now there's just one large main exploration area. That's just, I don't like that. Anyways, so we see a few things happen. We see the red team begin invading into the orange team from both sides. And now they look like kidneys. And now they're dead. They begin slowly getting murdered. But then the blue team decides to quickly snatch the rest of the land. And then from that land, they decide to free them. And to signify that it is because of the blue team, I'm going to make it a sort of light blue. Anyways, from the lime country, we see them start to push into the red team, which isn't very smart because the red team is stronger. So they begin pushing across for the coast, but just before they can do it, we see another thing happen. Oh no. And then oh no. And then oh wait, no, never mind, they get pushed back and die. Yeah, they just... Yeah, that doesn't actually happen. Well, everything except yellow does. So just before they can get to there, the dark blues begin pushing into the red team, which was unexpected, and the actual blues also do the same, cutting them in half. So then the reds are like, so they decide to not do it anymore. And we actually see a unification of, they're gone. We see the blue team beginning to push up, trying to take as much land as possible and also possibly cut off the red team. And the yellow team does the same. But just before they can do it, the red team manages to push out and take this land. So now there's a sort of exclave and another sort of exclave. Like, just a straight line could disconnect them from it, see? Anyways, the yellow team managed to connect up to the rest of their claims. And we see something. Boats. I just realised. Greece. I swear I called that Albania during the first one. Well, I guess second one, because the first one was on my phone. And the second one was on my laptop. That does not look like a laptop. So now with the boats, the purple team manages to get over to here and create this tiny little area over here. Now boats are just like little rafts right now, not very good, not very reliable. And the yellow team decides to also use them. Why? Because they're already decently close. So they send one here and one there, not one, and one here. Setting up little like areas over here. We see a bit more exploration over here. And this area is taken. The yellows finally explore basically all the area around them. So they now begin snaking down the coast. And they begin slowly going across and meet up with the purple team, who have now expanded to this. It's the greatest of all Britons. Anyways, the red team does a bit more expanding and go up to here and are now like, yes, we are actually done now. No more taking unclaimed lands because there might be the venomous worms with big head. That is a gun. But the blue team decides to not do anything, but they get invaded by the red team, and by invaded by the red team I mean they don't actually. I just want to refix this border. Okay, that looks better. What they actually do is invade the yellow team. From both edges they begin pushing slowly but surely. No, they don't take unclaimed lands. So they take all of the bottom area. But then the blue team gets involved and begin a push to take some of their land, which is good. They begin trying to push out, but the best they ever do is just a tiny bit out, which the blue team can fix and make even more secure. They begin cutting across and separate a whole other area from them. And they decide, we don't have to deal with this. And they leave. And this red area just... Yay! Anyway, so that's basically all that happens, because now the red isn't really much of a menace anymore. So we see a thing. They invade the, in my opinion, the weakest country here. The purples. After I'd say maybe, I don't know, maybe a month. Hold on. No, they could expand. They managed to cut them in half. And the main area of them falls. So now they live on an island. And we see a bit more exploration done. And now they know about all of over here. The brown team takes here. No, they don't take the whole world. Well, they don't take a majority of Afro-Eurasia. And the yellow team begins expanding a bit more. And begin pushing up the coast to try and get back to the mainland. So bear in mind, this is like all they know about, like certain. Not this area. It's more like this. And this is what they're most likely sure exists. And here, there's been tails. But the greens, they've made it to Africa. And they take that. Then they don't like it there, so they leave. So now this is the world. Hooray! I'm gonna end the video here. Bye.